Tuesday mornings at 7 and I do not have guns at home.
Oh. Oh, it's shiny. Oh, we gotta turn that off. We gotta change it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. A little bit better. Ooh, man, the hotel live. The hotel live. Yeah. Anything for the fans here, guys. We are live in the hotel right now. There is a lot of freaking just cramped up people tonight and yesterday. Just the buildup is real. So this is on you guys. Hey, dude. Y'all want to go live? I'm going to go live. What's up, Bacosa Lodi Cycling, baby? #1 in Lodi. What an award you guys got there, Bacosa. Oh, yeah, baby. Shit. I hope USA BMX isn't using PayPal. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, boy. Hella mad. Right? Misty's in there. Binky, what's up, Binky? Binky's checking in from 3 hours away. It's like midnight 30 over there at his place. Misty, she's fresh off the track. Hey, you guys get the freaking comments and throw it in there in the chat. It has been a freaking day today. It was a day yesterday. Today more so than yesterday. Mother Nature, sweet baby Jesus. Like, could shit get any more freaking crazier? I think not. So here we are. We're live, wide, and inside. So that's right here. Right, Binky. Binky knows about live, wide, and inside. What's up, Rush? SE Cruiser. What, 61 and over there, Rush? Is that what you're at right now? Dude, I can't tell. It's been so many years, dude. It's like you always have freaking birthdays. Valencia, the visionary, Nick Valencia. Nick, I mean, I know you're on, like, recovery, dude, but how did I not see you here in Baco? Come on, Nick. It's Baco. Bruh. Jenkins, good morning. Good morning there, big guy. Hey, I was living the lavish life of, like, the semi-factory stuff. Everybody wants to go live. Hey, when you doing the show? We got done so goddamn late yesterday, and we're here in Baco. Check in the hotel, got done a little bit, because I only got one rider here. Got done intermediates. I don't know, it was at like 9:15. Checked into the hotel. I'm thinking everything's cool. Big Gucci. You used to race freaking stock cars out here in Baco. Cool, no problem. Hey, I know my way around. Buck Owens Palace, all this shit, right? Yeah, got a lot of food places. Check in. Cool. Hey, I tell my homie, big cash, big money. Let's go find something to eat. Everything's closed before 10 on a Friday. I'm talking about, like, there's a taqueria right out our window. I could throw a little freaking slap nuts out the window and he could land in the chair and be getting chips and salsa. But no, shit's closed. Like, what the hell? What's up, Gunnis? What's up, Timmy? Big guy. What's up, Suedo? Oh, good God. What's up, Clay? Heading back to Sac from Baco day trip. Ooh, man, dude, day trip from Sac to Baco? Ooh, that's tough. It's even hard from freaking Manteca, dude. Rainstorm this morning was horrendous. It gave me flashbacks of 4 years ago at freaking Grands when the awning got ripped off the side of my motorhome. Yeah, torrential, dude. Pretty fucking chaotic. But yeah, hey, everybody wants to go live. Okay, fine, I'll go live. Grab some brewskis. Finally got my goddamn Arby's. But you know what? I'm going to put the Arby's on hold because I'm all about the fans. All right. And you guys love us or love me, and we love you. Yeah. I'm going to say us because homie Mike is on his way back up to Manteca. So homie Mike was here in Baco. So big shout out to the co-host, homie Mike Melvin. Love the dude. He made the trip. He was out here yesterday and today and had a great time and all that good stuff. But anywho, what's up, Hartman? How you doing, Richard? Eat and talk. There is no eating and talking there, Misty. We're just straight drinking. Okay, got the koozies, got the Coors lattes on lock. We're ready to go. I didn't race, so it's no big deal. Oh, Clay, come on, you gotta race, dude. You gotta race because it's Baco 559 checking in. Body D. Carrie Hubert, what's up, Carrie? Feels like I've been standing next to you all weekend, Carrie. I don't know. It's a thing, you know. What's up, Stuart? How you doing, Win? Bro. You about to get kicked out of the hotel, dude. Dude, my little sidekick, he's got like the marching farts. It's ridiculous. Totally freaking nuts. Big Joe, what's up, Frogman? How you doing, brother? What's going on? Cassiola, Big Rick. Hey, I'm telling you what, God forbid, anything and everything will happen. I mean, you look at the weather, you look at the schedule, everything. Everybody's like, "What's next? Transgenders in the freaking BMX?" Hey, you never know. Anything can happen. No, I'm actually down the street from the VU there, Jenkins. So, but yeah, got a lot of Braden Lewis. What's that, Braden? How you doing, homie? Been time. You know, hey, shout, answer, S squared, Dance Comp, Dye Job Apparel, Gate 9, all the sponsors, Hack Shack, AOS squared, that lets us do the show. And here we are. Dude, we're freaking live. A lot of bent up people. The whole pro schedule thing is definitely whack, man. You know, Mike and I did a show last week where it's like, you know, we were going to try to get away from like the negativity side of like a lot of petty stuff. But like this weekend was like really freaking extra again. You know, everybody knows how the pro schedule went down in Rock Hill a couple weeks ago. They got done racing like 11:45. Last night we got done with 230 plus motos. Got done late. Everybody knows me. You know, I burn the candle on both ends, and if that ain't enough, I burn that son of a bitch right in the middle. You know, but you know what? For the fans, people want to talk about it, and that was the whole coming of the whole page and of the show is giving people another voice. You know, different than Noel's Bar. You know, where it just anything goes, and we're gonna talk about it. You know. Honestly, like for me, hey, I get the weather. The weather's gonna happen, especially like this year. The weather, Mother Nature has been so just bullshit. It's ridiculous. What's up, Reeves? Trick Player, what's up, JD? Let's get your opinion on making the pro motos not mess up the amateur system. You know, that was a big thing from the Rock Hill race handful of weeks ago, a little bit over a month ago, give or take. You know, I dig the format of what they're doing with the pros. It's cool. It's as a fan, it's great. As a racer, not so great. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my take because I experienced it, and you know what? I'm already in the shit tank with like a lot of people because a lot of people don't like the show because it's like open forum. Speak your mind. Okay, I give that to not just myself and my co-host Mike, but I give that to you. To all you guys. Nothing gets deleted. There's agree to disagree. But like yesterday, man, we're going up second round and they're okay, calling motos. Cool. No big deal. But then, you know, pros, there was a schedule that was put out that everybody's seen. And they just kept calling motos. And a lot of people were saying, like, hey, dude, you know what? You need to stop calling motos because pros are getting ready to go up. But they double loaded the chutes, which was like, okay, maybe there's a schedule change. Who knows? As a racer, didn't know nothing of it. Hey, dude, I'm gonna go my P's and Q's. I'm gonna load up. Be fine and dandy. Second round, no big deal. Well, then here comes like that time they unload the chutes and then Best feed from Budget Bmx live I've seen. Maybe you guys should move to Baco. Jenkins, easy, dude. Don't be. As a spectator, I didn't mind the pro schedule. As a racer, I don't like it. I think at least keep the intros and podiums shorter and maybe not so theatrical. Totally, JD. I agree with that. And that was something different. That was something that they added some stuff that they didn't do at Rock Hill. You know, what's up, Julie? You know, and like, hey, I'm all for it. You know, it's cool. You know, I want to see the exposure. I want it, like I said, hey, Walski, my favorite fucker. You know, I want to see it grow some way, shape, or form. Okay, do it. But for some reason, man, it's just like you're chomping the bit and nipping at the bud, and it's not working. You know, we got loaded up second round yesterday and being double loaded in the chutes, and then it came time for pros, and then unloaded the chutes. Okay, all right, cool, and whatever. All right, dude, I'm 4650. I got no fight in the game. Okay, I do it because I love the sport. You know. And so unloading the chutes meant 16X, 1720, 2125. They're all getting unloaded. Okay, too. Because they're getting ready to go with the pro rounds, which include like the future series too. So you had a lot of those 16Xs, 1720s, and everything that had to go and get reloaded for those events, correct? You know, and go and run the future series, which is 15 to 29. So they go do their deal. Future series runs, girls run, elite men run. Cool. All right, do the deal. Okay. Like I said, I got no fight in the game. Okay. My kid's in Kentucky. Okay. I'm just over here having fun with my friends. So after futures run, you got a lot of the 16X, 1720, 2125. They got like the ultimate leg pump going on. Well, they got to reload and go second round for class. And a handful of them got freaking motoed because they were just already so smoked and didn't transfer out of rounds to go either to a quarter or a semi. And they were pretty freaking bent, which, hey, I get it. I understand it, you know. And honestly, like I say all the time, hey, I wish I was that young and had those problems, you know. And it was like, man, dude, big catch-22 on that end, you know. Like, man, dude, run the future. Hey, dude, I love watching the future mains, man. You know, and I love watching these kids. But, ooh, man, woo, it was thick, really thick, you know. So I mean, I don't know. This is on you guys in the chat, because like I said, I don't got a dog in the fight, you know. But I mean, yeah, it kind of sucked unloading the chutes and then reloading again. But I understood it. Okay, I've been there, like I've said, you know. I've been in racing my whole life. You know, I get it, understand the system. But like this whole new thing with these the older teens that are in those like shit, we're fast as shit classes. Because everybody knows 16X, 15X, 1720, these kids are freaking balls to the wall, you know. And I honestly wish I knew what the hell that felt like, you know. And I get it. Like they go and they run the future class, and then they get freaking puffed in class, and they're all freaking pissed off, you know, which it makes sense. You know, I get it. I don't know. What's everybody else feel? You know, put it in the chat, guys. You know, because hey, my shoulders are only so big, I can't carry the whole thing. You know, and like I said last week on the show, like the days of the petty bullshit and the negativity, like, you know, it worked out cool for a good couple of years. You know, I wanted to kind of change that format, you know, with the show, you know, for sure. Mother Nature was trans today. Yeah, for sure, Nick. Dude, Mother Nature, she had different plans for all of us. Note to self, never go to a national that includes a pro race on flow bikes. Yeah, Anthony, you know what? And that's a big one. And that was a big topic with a lot of parents where they said, you know what, if there's a national with a pro race, they weren't going to go and attend to it. You know, me on the other hand, you know, and just speaking for me because I'm a fan of the sport, I'm a fan of the kids, the older kids, younger kids, you know, some of the ones I coach, and just in general, like if it's close, I'm going to go because I want to hang out, I want to have a good time. You know, I enjoy my BMX people, believe it or not. Okay, I'm not that dickhead that a lot of people think that I am. You know, so and shout out to homie Mike because homie Mike's not here to go to go and get the brunt of the shit. You know, so we got to throw out. Hey, love you, Mikey. Miss you, dog. Let's see. I'm glad just to be home and love my brother. Wolski definitely couldn't choose its own pronouns today. Yeah, for sure. Tyler Hicks. I agree with this. To grow the sport, there is going to be growing pains. And I heard some amateurs saying they would just skip the pro races now. I agree with this. Fully agree. To grow the sport, there's going to be some growing pains. Josh Bernard. What's up, Josh? They need to think it out a bit, but got to try shit and see what happens. Sometimes good, sometimes shit. Yeah, for sure, Josh. You know, hey, this is only the second race. You know, and everybody knows, you know, Rock Hill was a tough one. I think when they got done doing Rock Hill, it was like almost like midnight, 11:30ish or whatever. You know, but like I said, you know, here I'm looking at it as a fan and as a racer too. Like it's set because like you like mentally, you like you're ready to go. You know, I know a lot of people don't, dude. It's Drake, it's Thunder Midget, whatever. Like he's just there. Honestly, like I do kind of take it a little bit personally as far as training and track practice and eating right and doing good. Like a lot of people just think I just sit there and drink beer the whole time. When honestly I don't. You know, I left every pedal on the table yesterday and today, and came up just hey, here you go, cheap pop, just a little bit short. But you know what? Hey, is what it is. You know, you sit there, you fine tooth coming where it's like, hey, I gave up a little bit here. I could have done something here, but man, compared to January for the state race when we were here to now, man, there's got to be like a freaking law of having a track that is so smooth and so fast with what Eric Jordan that what they produce here. Like this track is so gangster. It is so smooth. You can pedal everything. You're not going to get out of whack. You could charge it. And honestly, I'm talking like it's a half a pedal here, a half a pedal there. You can pedal up to everything and be comfortable and run a freaking great freaking lap. You know, like the track is pristine. You know, like honestly, swear to God, I've been on some smooth tracks and raced through nationals and stuff through a lot of states. But dude, to go from January where it's like January, dude, I couldn't do nothing wrong and ran great. And then come here this weekend where it's like, man, I could almost stand to go like a half a tooth up because it was that close. Where it's just like you come across the finish line and your legs are shaking. You know, it's almost like losing your virginity. That's the only it's after 9 o'clock. I can say that. That's the only other way I can put it. You put everything on the table here at Metro, Jesus Christ. Like, that's it. Like you're gangster. Pros need to run their first mode before Striders. They need to think a bit, but gotta try shit out. Sometimes good. USA BMX just keeps trying different things to see what works. They're trying. Yeah, yeah, Woody. They're definitely trying. They really are. I mean, dude, A for effort for sure. You know, but I don't know what that is to tweak it because it just seems like the old system ran smooth and the new system it's almost like what the new system versus the format is like that's what's kind of beating the heads off. I think, you know, trying to intermix that into the whole program because it seems like everything it goes, and this is just from like racer standpoint, you know, and a little bit team manager. Everything goes so smooth, but then when second round comes and the format gets implemented into it, it kind of goes to hell. Does that make sense, or am I thinking something different? You know, I mean, aside from the weather, okay, because the weather, hey, dude, I've done freaking nationals in Florida, pouring down ass rain, balls to the wall, no problems. Okay, Mother Nature is gonna be Mother Nature. You know, I'm just talking about like the format itself. You know, with a lot of people that are chiming in too that want to talk about it because like a lot of people, it was late yesterday. You know, you get a late first day on a 3 day national, boy oh boy. I mean, depending on how your kids are and everything else, dude, it could wreak havoc on the rest of your whole goddamn weekend. And I've been on that side. I have been. You know, so I'm just speaking from experience. You know, low and slow. What's up there, Chase? How you doing, buddy? Kid had a 6 hour gap between his main. How many personalities does Mother Nature have? Old guys are happy to be in bed. For sure, Amy. I tell you what. Yeah, I feel that. Chandler Leonard, Planet Anthony Costa, us two felt like we were at Grand's. It just, yeah, you know, the crazy part is like you said, Chandra, everything was just like peaches and cream. It went so freaking butter. And yesterday too. But when it comes time to like with the pro schedules to come up, it just it falls apart somewhere. It doesn't really fall apart. It's just like the timing and everything. I mean, sure, yeah. Yesterday they had like a lot of people were like, "Oh, dude, the Wi-Fi went down and stuff with the servers to be able to get like quarters and semis." Okay, hey, that shit happens. That happens on a daily basis at people's work and corporations, their house. You know, that's just the nature of the beast. But the main thing is the forum part of how it goes. You know what I mean? Does the pro get kickback from Flow or USA BMX? Kerry Patton, that I really don't know. I did see the payout was I think it was like $300 more this week. So it looked like the payout jumped up a little bit for a small hill track, which was great. Good to see that. Okay, so cahoots to that part. We saw USA BMX is trying different things to keep interest up. Not all will work. Hopefully something sticks soon. Yeah, for sure. Saba, Maddie, things definitely took longer and I'm trying new things, but 6 hours from motor domains, run the races, do the interviews. Yeah, you know, that was a big thing. You know, that was something different where like when the pros and the futures would be running, you know, they would kind of like hold the next moto for Connor to do his interview, which, hey, I like the interview stuff. You know, I do, especially on the Rock Hill side. And it was different. You know, they didn't really do that, if I recall right, in Rock Hill doing that, you know. So it was another something new, you know, and Connor doing the interviews of, hey, how you feel? You know, how was that lap compared to earlier on, you know, compared to like say round one or round two or in your semis, you know, like Connor's doing a fantastic job as being boots on the ground reporter, you know, as far as that goes. Panda BMX, the track is in great shape. It wouldn't be a Baco National without a rain downpour. Yeah, Panda for sure. It definitely would. It's Baco. I mean, everybody knows, dude. One of the greatest races is, hey, Jake Peoples. Hello, you know, Jake Peoples, Travis Haraza. Everybody's seeing it. It's all over social media. I mean, dude, it doesn't get more freaking epic than that. You know, I mean, good God, dude, totally crazy. Justin Burrows, just in time. Okay, the deal is through Flow, so the money is passed through USA BMX, and they up the payouts with it. It was difficult keeping my kid up from burning himself up. Oh, definitely, Acosta. I get that. How'd your day go at the National, man? And Ricky out there? No, Ricky's in Kentucky. He's going to Georgia. No, hey, dude. My side of the National, dude. It was great. We had 3 racks for 46.50 yesterday. We had 2 big racks today. Came up a little bit short, but man, dude, it felt good leaving everything out on the table. You know, when you go and get your ass kicked and you put everything out there, it's a little bit more gratifying than getting blown out of the water. You know, when you just get puffed, that just sucks. That means like you got more than just work to do. You know, so I was stoked on my own performance. Honestly, I really was. You know, and that don't happen too often. You know, I'm coming fresh off of Sea Otter 2 weeks ago. You know, coming off the mountain bike legs, but like I said, there should be a rule about having a track so smooth and fast like Metro. You know, they keep you going. You know, I mean, you got a rhythm section out of turn 1. I don't think there's any tracks on the circuit that have a rhythm section out of turn. I mean, Jesus Christ, imagine getting out of the gate, right? You pop out the gate, you're 30 feet, you're to the bottom. Now you're in the dirt or the straightaway side, and you go straight from the gate to the rhythm section. Like, I want to see the next track to do that and pull the card, you know, because Metro's the only one that did that put the rhythm section in the second straightaway. Who's going to be the next track that goes and puts a rhythm section on the first straight? Like, right out the pin. Like, damn, imagine racing after that. You know? I like it because it's different. Being different is cool. Being different makes it racy. Whether people like it or not, you know, I want to see that competition side. You know? I mean, good gravy. Imagine that. You're getting out of the freaking, you just uncorked one and you're boom, bang at the bottom of the freaking hill and you're in the rhythm section. Metro, they got that shit in the second straightaway. You know, you're full pin going into 1 and you're jockeying for position. And now you're going to the rhythm section, with which you got to figure out because there are pockets to go and sneak in pedals to set you up into turn 2. And then you go down the freaking third straightaway with a decision maker and the bonsai drop going into 3. Racing was fire yesterday and today. Good Lord. Like you couldn't, I don't know, cut it with a knife. Like the intensity of how the racing went. Good God. What a product right there. Trevor Jackson, is it reasonable to have a predetermined staging cutoff at 20 minutes prior to pro schedule? Definitely possible, Trevor. You know, you know, and like a lot of people said, USA BMX is they're trying. The only way they're gonna know is if they keep dipping into it and keep trying to make little tweaks and torques with it. You know. Honestly, like that's the thing. Josh Jolly, oh geez, Drew. Josh Jolly looked great. Roy Ball killed it on the mic so far. The pro interviews after is cool. I think they will get the program figured out for sure. Yeah, I think so too, Drew. You know, but man, now you bring up Josh Jolly. Dude, Josh Jolly just put a freaking sticky note on everybody's freaking locker for the pro ranks. The kid just came unfreaking corked yesterday and today. And took him for a freaking hot lap around Metro BMX in Bakersfield. Like, who does that? Like, and he's unsponsored. Like, are you shitting me right now? Dude, Josh Jolly just went and was like, I'm the next day's bread. He really did. He just whipped it out and put it right across their lips. I mean, what can you go and take away from the dude? Rich Shepard run all races up to 2630X with the promos first half of the day. Do the interviews, award the ceremony during the older guys' moto second half of the day. The kids can get their racing in and then watch the interviews while the old cats get their races on. And hey, you know what? That's a good outlook, Rich. Yeah, Shepard, I like that. That's a good idea. Weather sucked today. What's up, Novak? Yeah, Mother Nature, boy, oh boy. Yeah, we can't throw her under the bus enough. Like, honestly, this shit was whack. I mean, you didn't know if you were in the middle of a tsunami or a goddamn hurricane. You know, that's how bad it was. You know, which is pretty freaking crazy. Yeah, for sure, Chase. Appreciate you, dog. What's up, brother? Who built that track? Well, I mean, Jordan, April, and Eric Simpson. I mean, dude, Metro never disappoints. I mean, look at back. Hey, everybody remembers, hey, the pumpkin head and freaking Haraza, hello, with freaking Redbone. It's like one of the most iconic and probably viewed freaking videos in BMX history. Honestly, that rhythm section has caused more lead changes this weekend than any pedaling has had, and it's been cool to watch. Yeah, for sure, JD, dude. It throws a wrench in the system, dude. You know, it's just like it really pushes the envelope on your training and with what you're doing. You know, and it's kind of hard. You get one track that throws a Hail Mary like that, and you go and try to get the track time to prepare. Man, so freaking next level. So next level. What's up, Lawler? Hey, uncorked story. Uncorked, Woody. Jordan, what's up, Jordan? Jordan chiming in saying Jolly is a mirror image of Sam Willoughby. You are not fucking lying, Jordan. And you know what, Jordan, since you're in here, dude, like if you were in here earlier, like all the praise to you and your crew for such a freaking track. Man, I thought this shit was dialed in January when we were here for the state race. You guys went above and beyond for this weekend. The track is so freaking butter. It's like getting cinnamon toast for breakfast. Oh my God. I mean, there is not a seam in the glue or anything. The way it feeds into the gunite, into the turns, you know, the pedal room, the decision makers, like just everything is so freaking on point. And it just made racing that much better. And it raised the bar for a lot of these other tracks on the circuit. I mean, just not just on the national level circuit, but just in general on a local side or a state racing side. I mean, damn, man. I mean, I'm nothing special. You know, I work hard, train hard. But man, dude, like I said earlier in the show, hey, I thought I was dialed after January for the state race. And then you guys went and worked on this shit a couple weeks ago. And little tweak here, tweak there. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, dude, I'm a half a tooth off. You know? Hey, oh my God. Baco straight up delivered freaking some awesome ass racing. And if you don't think so, I mean, aside from the scheduling side of all that shit, if racing wasn't fire to you, then you need to check your head because that shit was great. Brian Roberts, what's up, Boogie? Jolly rookie of the year. Rookie of the year, I think, is an understatement. Boogie, honestly. That was boy. He put on the clinic. 4 races, 2 wins, and a podium. The only one he missed, he crashed in the semis coming from Drew Hort. Hey, squad looked good, Drew. Love seeing you. You and Megs. Bill Sharp. What's up there, Bill Sharp? How you doing there, buddy? Bunky definitely took the restrictor plate off and sent it like he's in Talladega. Boy, oh boy, did he. Like, I'm talking like he was on the Rev Livner chip. You know, he had that shit. Just pegged going in the corners. I mean, dude, and freaking the Cowboy, freaking Wood and Larson ain't no slouch. Marquardt ain't no slouch. Eddie Clariday was here. I mean, who would have thought you'd have 4 racks of pros show up for dudes and the girls too? Girls were freaking shining. What's up, Jason Chang? Flying Hawaiian. Tire turns made for more action. The turns and the straightaways, like, dude, racing was fire. Like, as a fan, baby, let's go. Hey, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Right after I eat my damn Arby's. Okay, I got a Reuben sandwich and a spicy chicken in this son of a bitch that I'm waiting to freaking go but everybody wanted to go live and talk about it, so I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna go live. I'll put the food on hold, just cause, And I got my little sidekick over here staying up because he likes doing the podcast thing. What's up, Gary? Thanks, Rick. It's been a good weekend for the team so far. One more day to go. Yeah, for sure, Drew. Hey, dude, you got to take it for what it is, man. And it was another weekend where I seen like factory dads just beefing on their kids. And I'm like, dog, what are you doing? I mean, especially with weather being a factor, and and you're just lighting into them. Man, you just need to stop. Still a lot of learning out there for a lot of the dads out there. Ross Chastain, all gas, no brake. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Let's go racing, boys. Yeah, like Martinsville, right, Justin? I'm trying to figure out all day we couldn't watch. And then you told us we couldn't unless we paid. Still a lot of people freaking up in arms about the whole Flow Vision, Flow TV thing. I said my piece like a month and a half ago. I already got the membership. Hey, I get it. A lot of people are like, hey, dude, now you need a membership for the Flow thing. You need a membership for the transponder thing. Entry fees went up. This, that, and the other. Like, I mean, like everything in life, even groceries have been going up, guys. So it's nothing new. And hey, I'm in the sheet metal business and stuff. I understand we got the whole tariff thing going on. But everything just in general in life is going up. I mean, USA BMX, they kind of got to up their prices to keep shit going too. Especially like, I talked with Gmo a handful of weeks ago, for the TV coverage and the live feed in general, he had to hire like, I think it was 2. I mean, I could be wrong, but it was like 2 to 3 more people. And the coverage has been great, And before that, I was a big fan of Gmo doing the whole split screen stuff. I got the big screen at home, and you got the 4 different screens for the live feed. Shit, I was digging it. I loved it, But hey, you know what? They decided they're going to change it up a little bit, go with the Flow thing, add a couple more camera guys. I mean, you see them out there; they're wrapped in garbage bags. I mean, like honestly, kind of take your what's up, old school. I don't got the on air sign, old school. Sorry, Scott. The only way you can kind of like move forward is like you got to take chances and change shit up. And you're hiring a couple more employees. You got to raise the price. They're trying to put together a good product. And it looks great. The coverage is excellent. Shit, I've seen drones out there. Wally's out there doing a little extra shit. Hey, and I was been the first one to just never really like talk to him on a personal level. It was more like on a podcast kind of thing. Never personal and stuff. But Wally's out there like doing like pumping it up a little bit more on the track walk stuff for the Fridays or sometimes the Thursdays too, and going above and beyond. I know they got Stevie Smith, they were doing the podcast with the whole talking tires thing. I love that part. That was great. I was like, and I talked to Stevie Smith earlier today in the parking lot in the middle of the rain, and I was like, bro, you need to get the Talking Tires freaking podcast to keep going because I like it. It's got a lot of good ideas. It's different than the shit that we come up with, but you know what? With what is cool with the Talking Tires podcast is that maybe you could take some of the topics that we talk about here on the shit show, and you can go and collaborate off of those and give the fans another aspect or another view, whatever you want to call it, and keep them intrigued with the product, with the brand, on the way things are going and the way decisions are made. And hey, this is why we came up with this idea, and this is why, which I think would be cool. And a lot of other people think it would be cool too, but hey, that's just us. Hey, it is what it is, but hey, it's $150, $150 worth for a whole season to watch the live stream. They bring back practice. We got warm-ups on Saturday. Hey, warm-ups is better than nothing. If Flow brings more money to the pros, then it's worth it in the end. As a guy who had a kid that wants to be a pro one day, I like to see the changes and trying to make it better. It doesn't always work, but you can't keep doing the same thing over and over. Yeah, you got to change it up. Yeah, exactly, Drew. That's why it's like, hey, to make the podcast successful and to keep doing what we're doing with you guys, that's why we did what we did last week, where it's like, okay, we're going to get away from the petty bullshit, still going to keep the open forum stuff, but we're going to kind of lean away from like the constant negativity, right? Which I get it. A lot of people got across the states have a lot of shit they want to talk about. They want to air it. They want to get off their shoulders. Pick and choose the topics. Okay, that's one of the big things that Mike and I were working on earlier this week and after last week's show is kind of revamping and making some changes. We're not going to charge you to tune into the beer show. Okay, that'd be wrong because that'd be taking away your beer money, right? Just saying. Cheap pop. Too bad they couldn't come up with a cheaper price than $150 where you can just watch USA BMX events. That, Carrie, you come up with a great point. And a lot of people were saying that too. Where it's like, if you have a USA BMX membership, you should get like a price cut on your Flow TV membership. And I kind of agree with it. It makes sense. It's cool. It worked. It worked when I was in NASCAR. It really did. Like, it paid dividends. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, I had a Craftsman freaking discount card that I could run, And back in the day when NASCAR was sponsored by Nextel, I ran freaking Nextel, Motorola's. That was my freaking phone bill. It was great. Got a price cut. Now you do something of that nature, leading in with like the BMX community, leading into Flow with like some sponsors and some like incentives or some price cuts, where it's like instead of like $30, whatever the monthly thing is, right? So say it's like $30, just example, $30. Hey, you're a USA BMX freaking member holder. You get it for $15. Throw a bone out there. Wouldn't be a bad thing, So I don't know. Just throwing it out there. And everyone got a free cell phone. It costs money to watch good racing. Yeah, for sure, Justin. All I can do is take with what I've experienced in my life of doing racing and stuff. Like, we had a lot of sponsors in short track and Grand Nationals and stuff where it paid dividends and it made it worth it while. Even though like half the time, hey, I had my credentials and I had my cards and everything I needed to do, and I didn't even pay for that. The team paid for that shit, but then I still had benefits from it. As far as like the Nextels, or Craftsman discount cards. I can go buy tools whenever the hell I wanted for like shit. I don't even remember what the percentage was, but it was good. It was like shit. It was great. So hey, you never know. It's not over. It's only the second race of pros this year. So we can't go and cancel anything out. You got to give them a chance. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Had a couple come in. Okay. I guess there was a handful of people that had transponder issues again today. They were working in the beginning part of the day, but then stopped, and then some scores got jumbled up. So that another something. I mean, it's tough when there's problems that go with technology, right? Everything's getting wet, especially out there. The transponder check-in thing, like GMO's got cables going for days. The freaking rain is just going all over the goddamn place. There's got to be like a little bit of give and take, but I understand the frustration too of the racers. Where it's like everything was working good in the morning, but then all of a sudden shit went bad. It happens. I get it. I get both sides. I really do. And I've been a victim of both sides because of technology shit like that going awry, just because some of this shit's just out of your control. They can only do so much. They really can. Other than that, yeah, freaking Metro, dude, great freaking water facility. Eric, April, Jordan, above and beyond. All the teams out here, all the families out here. I mean, who would have thought we were gonna get 230 plus freaking motos 2 days in a row? Racing was on fire here in Bakersfield. I was stoked. I wasn't racing or having a pep talk with my rider. I was at the fence line watching racing. It was great. It was raining so much, Rick didn't even see me at the venue. Right? Exactly, Nick. That's how incognito you are, bro. Crazy. Anybody see those pictures from earlier in the week from that undisclosed location of fresh dirt being moved around? Nikki. Yeah. No, hey, dude. It rained a lot. It was crazy. Kerry Scott, Sloan, not USA BMX Flow could make a package. Yeah, you know what, Kerry? Yeah, Flow could make a package for sure. They definitely could. I don't know how it is for like the other sanctions on how they're involved with Flow, but maybe could be something to look into where Flow does throw a bone out there to the BMX community, because there's there's a lot more families that are out there just for the amateur side than there are the pros, and for them and their families to be able to watch their kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, maybe they could make something happen. I don't know. Alex McDonald, what's up, Alex? Oh, dude, fancy LED lights. Boy, was that just like, that was stripper material, Nick. That was crazy, dude. Fancy LED lights. Hold on. You guys keep going in the chat. Hold on. When it comes to commercial poultry farming, the numbers are incredible. 9 billion broiler chickens bred for their meat, and 390 million hens, producing 109 billion eggs in the U.S. each year. Around 2 million jobs are linked to the industry. But the current outbreak of bird flu has hit hard. More than 166 million chickens have been killed in the last 3 years It's crazy. I just got a text. It's like, hey, are we talking about the price of racing or are we talking about the price of eggs? Wait, which, hey, legit shit. I mean, hey, price of eggs. I never even really paid attention when I go grocery shopping to see what the hell freaking the price of eggs really was. When I'm hungry, I gotta eat. I gotta go restock my refrigerator at home. I just grab the shit and pay, you know. But then it's like everybody's like kind of giving the whole rundown. It's like, dude, eggs were this, that, and then I'm like, shit, they were. I never paid no attention to it. Like honestly, I didn't, you know. But everybody's got their price hikes, especially now. Like it doesn't matter what you do, you know. You gotta. It's gonna happen, you know. We get the chicken update. We get the chicken update. Hey, Rigo. What's up, Rigo? Third time retired? My dog. Wait, hold on. I got to plug in the laptop. Shit. Hold on. Shit. She launched a new 5-point plan to deal with the It includes more money for biosecurity on farms to help stop the virus getting into flocks in the first place. It says the government will explore ways to reduce depopulation, meaning trying to get away from the mass slaughter of flocks. There's also okay. And we're back. We're back firing on all cylinders. Hopefully, until the chickens hatch. According to Rigo. Plugged in. All right, we're good. So, what else you guys got? You know, I know they're like I said at the beginning of the show, a lot of people were bent up. You know, Mother Nature, we can't do nothing about it. As far as the track was ready to go. I think the track was more ready to go than a lot of racers out there. Me being one of them. You know, like I said earlier, I was like, you know, you go out there and you put all the pedals on the table and you come up short where it's just like, man, dude, I don't know, man. I almost could have stood to go up like a half a tooth, like, you know, it leaves you right there when you're battling corner for corner, you know, and that's the best part about Metro. That's racing. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, honestly. Yeah. I know a lot of, what's up, Ridge? How you doing, buddy? I felt, well, shit, Ridge, seeing you out there on the track, son, hey, sucker free, homie. Nothing better than I like seeing freaking Ridge out there. Harold, you the man. Jerusalem, how was the storm? Oh, dude, it was the storm was moist, dude. Yeah, it was way more than moist. I added class and open for Sunday and paid $140. Hey, you know, I did in race class yesterday, race class today, $80 each time, $160. And you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world. Did me not making it affect me go and hang out with my friends and talk with people and talk with parents or kids or anybody else like around my age? No, it really didn't. You know, I knew what I needed to do. Came up short, you know, short guy, thunder midget. You know, but hey, felt like I raced hard, and that's all that matters. You know, and that's why I try to give to all the kids that I work with. You know, you gotta take that. Like I said, dude, Metro, whole different beast, man. It's not your cookie cutter track. You know what I mean? Kind of happy I stayed home. Yeah, you know, hey, you know what, Deruso, I get it that you know, having to weather the storm, yeah, it was a chore. But as far as the racing side of it, even when the track was wet, racing was still fire. That was the best part. You know, the way they had the slurry soil tack glued in, you would have thought you were at one of the tracks in Florida. Like there was plenty of grip. It really wasn't bad. It really wasn't. I mean, it's a different mindset. When you're loaded on the gate, the sun's coming out, but then you're looking down the first straightaway, and all you see is puddles. You know, that's a whole different freaking ball game. You just got to tell yourself like, hey, dude, I'm going in pinned, and it's like, the track really isn't really ready for us to go pinned yet because there's still water on the surface, even though the sun's out. It's like an oxymoron kind of thing. And that's got nothing to do with the Metro crew or USA BMX. It's shit, just how it is. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, me, I don't. As a coach, team manager, racer, sure, maybe the format needs to be kind of tweaked a little bit here and there. But other than that, dude, it great racing. Last 2 days, I'm talking like nail biters. A lot of comers and goers. I can only imagine how tomorrow's going to go. Tomorrow's going to be probably pretty quick. I don't think it might be UCI Sunday with some of the faster kids. That's what they call it. They call it UCI Sunday. What's up, Cardoza? But I don't see the racing excitement falling off tomorrow. It's going to be really cool. Make sure that grands you haven't gotten gate 3 in 3 days. It was cool to see everybody crowd the fence to watch the pros. There was times when they didn't. Yeah, for sure. Jolly will dominate BMX racing for the next 12 plus years. 2028 Olympics, he's going to be the favorite to win. I'll put money on it. Coming in from Boogie Roberts out of Arizona. Yeah, the whole Josh Jolly thing. Talked about it earlier in the show. Boy, did he come uncorked. Like, he cooked him. Like, his training, his mindset, whatever the fuck he's got going on, is like, dude, could I get a scoop of that shit in my coffee in the morning? I mean, I thought I was a badass because I burned the candle on both ends, and sometimes I burn that son of a bitch right down the middle. And, dude, I'm 46. And watching this dude just float around the track like he does is just like, Jesus Christ. Someone said, like, he's the next Sam Willoughby. I wouldn't fucking argue. I really fucking wouldn't. God's honest truth. But yeah, pretty much that's about it, guys. Everybody, hey, people want to get some stuff off their chest and talk about it and have a show. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm in the hotel. Got nothing else better to do. Got my freaking Arby's, baby. Arby's. The beef. So. Flying Hawaiian, Jason. It's great seeing you, dude. Hopefully we'll catch up tomorrow. Clay saying Jolly is hungry and needs a sponsor. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised with the way he ran at Rock Hill, right? Like, dude, Jolly was right there. And for him to come into Baco and do what he did and be like unsponsored, even though like, he was looking really freaking fresh in the TLD kit he was wearing. I'm still kind of surprised that nobody picked him up. I know it. Well, I knew he's got like some kind of deal with Box with Toby over there. I don't know what it all entails, but still, I'm honestly surprised that nobody else like jumped on board the Jolly train. Like, really, I'm like, dude, the next best thing is sliced bread. And then you got Marshall Gert. The other thing is too, how many people flew out from like the East Coast to come out here to the West? A lot of people have kind of like shunned an eye on that and haven't taken notice of that to see. Because in years before, we've never had that. This weekend, a lot of East Coasters came out here, and Midwest too, which helped the moto count, which is awesome. And it made the racing that much better. We're talking about freaking Major Marshall Gurkey. He's a Felker. Felker used to live in freaking California. He's in Charlotte or over there in the Carolinas. He came out here. A lot of folks. It was freaking crazy. It was great freaking racing. Night, old school. Love you, dude. I'll talk to you soon, man. Langford came from long hair don't care, dude. Rain Langford just got picked up by Box Send It. Maybe a month ago, and freaking Rain. I remember Rain was like struggling to make semis not too long ago, and now the kid's freaking on point. He's on blast, looking really freaking good. So that's the crazy part about freaking racing, man. You don't blink because somebody's gonna pass you. Like, honestly, guys, you know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Hey, big shout out to Grindle and Roy Ball, making it interesting and having fun and doing what they need to do for all the fans and for all the racers. Hey, if I could change anything, it'd be the weather. But you know what? Without a little rain, there wouldn't be no character to it. That's the thing. You get a lot of character to a weekend like this one, it just adds to it. It adds to those road trips going to state races. But hey, remember Bakersfield? We were there. Like, the storm was crazy. The racing was fire. So-and-so did this. So-and-so did that. That's what keeps this sport going, is character like we had, especially today. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. But hey, I appreciate all you guys tuning in and everything and wanting to talk about it. And like I always said, hey, dude, all about the fans, man. I will sit here and talk with any one of y'all, agree to disagree, this, that, and the other. There's gonna be some good, there might be some bad, but hey, we're all friends here. We're all out here riding our bikes or supporting somebody riding their bikes, and the sport freaking needs us. Give the mothership a little bit of a chance, because you know what? For once, they're trying a lot of things, so hey, give them a break, They're not the dickheads that everybody thinks they are. And that's coming from me. Okay, so that's coming from me. Acre brand, Acre Farms. That's right, Scott. So, Manteca next weekend, Kramer. Yes, sir. Dude, gonna have the man's crew over there in Manteca, Manteca State Race. We got a big show lined up for next Saturday night, so it's gonna be a little bit different than what we've done. So, we got Jonathan Whitrow that runs the Ignite mountain bike downhill team out of Oakdale. He's gonna be a guest on the show next Saturday. So tune in for that after the Manteca State Race. So I know we're coming off of Sea Otter and Jonathan and his crew. They're big sponsors of the show. So we're gonna get a little insight and do a little breakaway from BMX to mountain bike. So it's gonna be a first time ever for us on the show. So hopefully you guys all tune in and everything. We appreciate you guys' support all the time. So yeah, trying to just revamp the show and keep things going and keep everybody in the loop. Keep all you guys in the chat. Can't do the show without you guys in the chat. Watching the open forum stuff is really great. So like I said, yeah, we might shy away from a couple topics because sometimes it starts to be a little bit overbearing because it's kind of like the same old, and which sucks, but trying to put a different foot forward to make it better and keep you guys going because, hey, sitting here in the chat is awesome, guys. Tommy Pruitt, my wallet needs a break. Oh, fuck. Tommy, you ain't lying, dude. It's for sure. Clay saying Elkhorn is the week after. Yes, Elkhorn and Boomtown are both going to be at Elkhorn the week after Manteca. So, yeah. And then Airtime Reedley and Fresno are going to be the weekend after that. So, yeah, we got a couple stacked weekends coming up over here in California for the state series. So, all right, guys. Hey, appreciate you guys tuning in. Everybody with their concerns and wanting to have a little chat, a little reprieve, a little decompress. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to Homie Mike. Hopefully, Homie Mike makes it home in a diligent fashion and doesn't hit up too many freaking taco truck. Because then I'll be pissed. All right, because I can go for some taco truck, but I got this waiting for me. So, taco truck gonna have to wait. So I'm gonna whoop it in at Reedley. Bostock got nothing. Oh damn! Kramer calling out Bostock. Oh, a couple Manzanita locals. I love it. I love it, Josh. So, all right, guys. Hey, anywho, hey, everybody, get something to eat. Get to bed. I appreciate you guys so much. Show 236. Baco Metro. Hang on, here we go. So tomorrow, day 3. See you guys tomorrow at the track. Be cool, guys. Love y'all. Be safe.